What is your business idea? Have it in your head. And what exactly do you want to do with this idea? Like, where would you see this business? I mean, if you want to start a business, you have this burning idea, and usually that's the way it happens. There's a need out there, or there's a gap that you see that you would really like to fill with a business. So where would you see this business? Say it all gets started 5 years from now or 10 years from now. What kind of company will it be? So, you know, here are some examples, right? And these are from actual vision statements of companies. You know, in 5 years, you know, my company's going to make this amount of money, or, you know, I'm going to provide the best of this product or this service. You know, I'm going to be the #1 hunting or fishing guide in my region, and all the tourist operators are going to come to me. You need to think a little bit longer term. If you got everything that you wanted and you got all the pieces to fall together, what would your business look like 5 years from now? So just think about that for a couple of minutes and maybe jot down a few things, because you really have to think through that, because that's got to keep you motivated in your business goals over the next 5 years. You've got to keep that goal in mind, because again, it'll be difficult, you'll have difficulties, but if you can always remember you really want to see this happen, and you can always look back at your vision. So think about that just for a couple minutes. What is it that you really want to see your business do for you? A few other things. Anyways, you can again keep these booklets, keep these things in mind, but always have your vision there, because you know, you might be in business to make money, but really your business isn't going to fail unless you've got that vision and you keep that vision in mind as you go forward. After the vision comes planning, planning, planning. And the first thing you might want to think about, or that I suggest that you're going to want to think about, is what kind of business are you going to have? Is this going to be just, you know, you in your basement, you know, doing something? That's it. You're a sole proprietor. It's you. You know, you get all the profits. You take all the risks. Doesn't involve anybody else. Are you in partnership with somebody else? Will you both sort of own the business? Is it a joint venture? And some communities have joint ventures with other businesses. Is that the kind of relationship that you want? Or do you want to have a corporation? And there's different kinds of corporations. Again, you'll have to do the research on it. And then once you've decided that, so you have a vision. So yes, you're ready to be an entrepreneur. You've got what it takes in terms of attitude and motivation. You've got a vision from your idea. You know what kind of company you want. Everything after that is planning, planning, planning. And Marie Delorme talked about how she took 9 months to do a business plan. Business plans can really, really help you hone in on your idea. So I'm just going to give you very quickly the kinds of things that would go in a business plan that you need to think about to get your idea from something in your head to something that's reality and a viable business. So these are the kinds of things in business planning: industry research, market analysis, competition, goods and services, promotion, operations, and funding and financing. So, I mean, don't be overwhelmed by all this. Again, like I said, I did this business plan just by looking on the internet, you know, calling a few people who ran their own businesses. So, you know, don't be intimidated by it. It's really just a way of getting your idea on paper and organized, so that A, you can go for funding, because if you want any funding from anybody, or even a loan, you go to the bank, they're going to want to see some kind of plan. They want to know that you've really thought through your idea. And so that will really help you do that. Industry research, you need to think about what industry you're even in, right? I mean, say you want to, I gave an example there, say you want to be a fishing guide. Well, so what industry are you in? So that would be sort of the tourist industry. But are you only going to be able to do that in the summer? And then what would you do in the winter? How would your business run that way? You know, say you want to buy your own logging truck. Well, if in your region the forest industry is really in decline, maybe that's not the best idea for a business, because you might not get any clients once you've, you know, bought the truck and made a big investment of your time and effort. So you really need to look at your actual industry. And you know, is it dependent on fluctuations in the market? You know, the high dollar, you want to manufacture something. Well, the high dollar takes a real toll on manufacturers. So are you trying to get into a business that's going to be difficult now with a high dollar? Does that make a difference? So think about the industry, and think about other companies in this industry, you know, the competition that you would have in your industry. Are they making any money? If they're having trouble making money, you might want to really think twice about, well, would I make money going into the same industry and the similar kinds of businesses? So you want to think about that. Then you need to do a little bit of what's called market analysis. That's really kind of the highfalutin language for, what's the market out there for what you want to provide in terms of your goods and services. So, if you're going to work on reserve, well, what kind of economy is going on in your reserve? And do people have money to spend if it's community members you want to buy your service? Or what else is going on in the community? Who are these kind of clients or these customers? Right, again, if you want to start a trucking company and there's a mine coming into your region, well, it's pretty obvious that the mining company will want to work with First Nation businesses, so there's opportunity there. But say you want to open an arts and crafts store, and you're on reserve. Are you going to get enough customers to buy from you? So you need to think about who these clients would be, who would actually buy your products or services. And then you've got to think about how much sales can you expect. Again, I didn't really do a lot of work on that. I just thought more about, like you say, the market. Who would be interested in my products and services? And what would people pay for this? Again, you go back to the fishing guide. Look around. Who else is doing that kind of thing? What can you expect? What do people pay for this kind of thing as it is? And you need to think about that and whether you'll be able to make money on that. Because at the end of the day, your business still has to make money. You'll have to get paid somehow, and it's not going to be by a paycheck. It's going to be from your clients or your customers. In terms of your office or you're opening a plant or a store, you have to go through all the, are you buying some land? You're on reserve, it's a lot different than if you're off reserve, right? What does that mean in terms of where you're locating your business and how it's going to be operated, who's going to manage that site or that location if there is, or you need somewhere to store equipment. So where will that be and how will it work? So the day-to-day nitty-gritty will have to get done, and you'll have to think through that before you want to really start and get into your business. And then I just put this little quote in here. To be successful, you have to have your heart in your business and your business in your heart. Because really, again, it goes back to your vision. You feel very passionate about something. Entrepreneurs about something, and about money, right? People go on about business owners, they're just in it for the money. Business, you've got to be passionate about something. And if your heart, then you have what it takes to go through what will be difficult times in trying to set up your business. But your business also has to be in your heart, meaning that you really have to do whatever it takes to make your business happen. And again, if you're going into it, just for the money, or you may see a need, but you don't really have a passion for it, then it's tougher to keep going in that kind of business when you've lost all your enthusiasm for it. And then, great, if your business is doing great, then you sell it and give it to somebody else who feels passionate about it. But, our Aboriginal entrepreneurs, and especially people, at the community level, we know our own communities and we know our own clients and our own customers. And I really want to encourage more First Nation businesses because, there's great opportunities there. There's great flexibility, right? There's a lot of freedom in owning your own business. And I think that's one of the key pillars of our own self-determination, is having our own businesses, right? And hiring our own businesses and our own people, right? We encourage our youth and everybody to get an education and do whatever they want in life. And yet, and I've seen this too, and we've all seen the whole crab in the bucket thing, but you still go and buy your stuff from, the grocery store in town, and you don't support your own businesses. So, start a business, promote your business, have your heart in your business if you want to make it last.